Of Hector Macho Camacho.
In the sea with.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Macho time. He's the WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Hector Macho.
Vegas Strip, 7-1 favorite to defeat deep water. Cut weight so close.
It's going to take him some time to over the first ring, I believe.
To point to any the over as an advantage.
As an advantage over most guys in the world in his weight, boxed, and so it's to where Camacho. See, and even there, you see Camacho there.
Outing against last August, 10-round decision win, and then here in Vegas, most recent victory, a big underdog.
As if I Camacho find a way that's easier said than done, but you've got to find the
fights with Vinny. Defeated.
And I would say patient, you know, not a really opponent. Camacho's, I think, Haugen or enthusiasm level. They had
from that southpaw.
Certain punches with him. You know, a lot of, you know, he's a, you know, and he can't just sneak up on Camacho. He answers back. Like, it's true. And he, where you don't necessarily have to get shots, force you to do something.
To this fight, John Scully. He's a couple. Still feels confident enough to say that then that to this match
on reputation or range is usually beautiful, and in most of his they actually beat him bunches because if you throw one.
Round 3. WBO's at 130, just up the state line a bit in Reno, Nevada.
And most of the rounds he is forcing Camacho to do what he wants to do. In the judges' eyes too, they realize even if you're Camacho, so Camacho's chin hit him, and that may open him up for better shots later. You have to change it.
Haugen trying to figure it out for Camacho. Right hand from that southpaw.
100 times already. Throws risk missing a lot of them just so he can get him going.
Right hand there, John.
Well, he comes back with just a good right hook. He opens up. Haugen is trying to open up, and there it goes.
Saw Haugen. He was squared up and straight up, and then just as he was straight hooked and he scored, he had the 3 fights, hit the deck again. Series of punches upstairs.
Funny you say Whitaker least. And consciously, you have he'll go the distance with a huge puncher and then get stopped by a guy that has to turn the tables on through some power shots. I think mentally he's because of it.
After he had his worst here, he's not giving advantages to Camacho.
Right. This guy that can't punch, this big of a puncher now. He's digging down and actually having his best round here.
Haugen.
He's doing here. The referee got out of the way and he got right
back
on
in there.
That's
right
the key.
Back in there.
That's what you have to do with Hector Camacho. See him keep his hand there, and you can see actually Camacho the outside pace of
140, 27, just over 3 years that Haugen
energy obviously that slightly. I sense Haugen should use together. Corner him on the rope. Deal with it. Can't just let him throw at something. Hit something.
Right hand comes behind in the Seattle area, but he's been winning his last 2 fights here. Title up.
And the good right hand there, back into it so much. Don't let him have a lot of that left in him. Right there, he still bends forward. Push himself now. Points, dig his body, try and weaken him a little bit. Like right there, Camacho's movement is not.
Corral him in a corner. He's had success here in the middle rounds of this fight. 3 and 5 and
right hand go. Even if he doesn't hit anything solid, you force jab as well. But being in there is make Camacho's jab before he can get his balance together. Like right there, work on that body, fight him back. Don't let keep on him.
More of a fight. You saw this against the legs.
Exactly. He's got a plan for later in the fight. He has to do things now that will dictate this.
Camacho testing the jab.
Jab at a time. That's not going to work. He's got a very good jab. Haugen does. But he's got
body there. Hector, 3-division champion. Immediate future. Mexican fighter could meet up. Scored a knockdown early that floored Haugen. Remember, this is the guy.
As well as physical pressure on this guy. You have to work there. Like even pushing in the shot. Trading just punches.
Like that. Some reckless work.
3 or 4 punches and then moves what happens next. I mean, Haugen has to risk a hit to find his off.
Gets to veteran southpaw. The much better
when he doesn't land a flush, he hits some.
John Scully, gladiated indications, 39 pounds. You expect it to be?
It could be. I mean, you never know. Kind of like many people when they say, "Oh, well, you know, he's not." It doesn't look like it to me. I don't mean it's been for Camacho to be a lie. Wait, or it could be that he was sitting in the steam room for an hour yesterday. So you never know. Recklessness. Let him. Not just physically, but you're hungry. Show him that you. If he has it, you have to force him to deal with the questions. Don't let him have time. Make him realize.
Trying to hunt him down here. You can see the body language gets him against the ropes. Camacho turns the tables. You have the right idea. He probably might. Of course, he has Ienza. He tonight against Hector Camacho's fourth loss at this.
You know, boxing's a funny game. You can go from a top contender one day and 3 months later you're an opponent. So his chance.
Trunks coming out number 9, trying to keep his Harlem and to the chest.
And that's hard to do. You've got to throw punches. Now, that's twice in this round that Haugen has gotten left hooks.
Also sent a.
It's funny, like you're in there when you're feeling them. That's almost like that kind of intensity. That's top. He's got to fight with some depth.
Is that Haugen did much in this fight?
Knockdown, I think, because it's all hear people say that, but you could be in a fight and be almost bull another dimension. Now you realize, you know, I'm sure they're telling him in the corner of the plateau, you've got to dig down, and this is the guy. I mean,
right uppercut, got that, goes back with a left hand to the body, and then just forces his way in the front.
See, now he should do that again. I love when he does that. He forces himself in there, but Camacho circles out and he gets right back on him instantly. Don't allow Camacho that comfort zone of being allowed to rest. And I'm telling you, he could change this fight.
There, neck there. Haugen's been known to. There's a nice Camacho man. Here it's Vegas.
Camacho's right hand at the end of the round, and I think for Haugen, lasting impression of the round.
Blow from one fighter. The good aggression. Minutes and 55 seconds.
People are just. They're just so impressed with the way the round ends. You know,
the subjectiveness. Of course, the one thing we can tell you in terms of clearly a 10-8 round for Camacho, scored the knockdown. So Haugen was more in these final. Camacho down now.
Well, I would say no matter what he thinks, even if Haugen doesn't have the luxury of and relying on his name like Camacho could, he's got to get shots. He can't place his shots when he has Camacho sitting there because he's not going to have him there.
The right hand up.
And his right to throw it enough, but every time two-fisted attack, he needs to establish himself and really let his hands go. Without the jab, he's got to leading his way in, give and let his hands go. Like right there, he's got to dig down. Don't let Camacho punch and then get out. He should keep.
Hector Macho corner of Greg. Score. Out and do it.
Like they don't need past that. Throw punches. You know, emotion comes into play in professional boxing. Your natural ability is your strategy is gonna come. There's such a high percentage. Just keep throwing it. There it is again.
Just staying on top of him more now here out to the right. He met him there with,
and he's you know, he's not letting Camacho be Camacho, following the script.
I know there was an early deficit, but you had seen recently and here in round 11 that Greg has pulled even.
Yeah, I think big factor. He could be kicking himself.
No doubt. No doubt. We've seen it time and time again. That 10-8 round.
Don't let him slip away now. Don't try to land perfect shots. Just throw. I would hit Camacho.
Out the evening.
There you go.
Trying to cut some weight. Woodgan said so. For the fight and just wear.
Right hand. He's got to work that right hand. He's got to hit him in the chest, and he made Camacho drop his hands. That's what you want to do.
Good round for Greg Haugen. 1 to go. And then Camacho. Well, Camacho just starts fighting. Oh, look at this. Wow. Carlos Padilla is deducting a point from Hector Macho Camacho for refusing to touch gloves to start this 12th round and then proceeding to deduct a point. Round that is huge.
They may be talking about that. I don't think you should be forced to touching for the Chick Haugen. I don't want to touch.
Protect yourself.
I should have to touch your glove. I'm trying to knock you out. I don't want to touch gloves. It's false. It's phony. What
not only that, but they were starting to blame the crowd if you listen.
Well, he said the crowd was slow.
Well, they're dead wrong. If Haugen, 3 minutes away, stay right on top. The added note is the knockdown in the
go. Now it's an even. Listen, if I was Haugen, I would go. He's going to carry him through. He'll take.
What a turn of this. He could win this round and have his 10-8 round. It took Camacho to. But thanks to Carlos Padilla, the cards here at the very end.
Sure, Camacho is probably gassed out right now. Try to fake it, allow that. He should be as relentless. This is a career fight.
Wow, can you believe that? No
split decision here at Caesar's Palace, and new champion